Welcome to the Fear Fiction Podcast. Fearfic is the term for short horror fiction, mostly posted on the web. It includes any and all related subgenres. Join three assholes talking basement goo Slimebeast, inebriated interstellar traveler Abysmii, and irritable ghostly man-horde Dead Palette, as they read all stories horror and internet-related, paragraph by paragraph, and bullshit while they do it. From adolescent revenge fantasies to subtle postmodern narratives about real-life events and everything in between, they read it and critique. You better believe it. Kick it to the cold open, white boy.
My boyfriend can literally not stop saying poggers. Poggers!
Is you dating Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah, that's the thing, is Chelsea works at Chuck E. Cheese. So do I. We're both Chuck E. Cheese.
Does she play Chuck E. Cheese? Oh, you're both Chuck E. Cheeses. It's nice when two Chuck E. Cheeses get together.
No, I like the idea that you both work at Chuck E. Cheese, but she introduced you to Charles Entertainment Cheese, and you kind of just fell in love.
Yeah.
I like the idea of two Chuck E. Cheeses in their full fursuits or whatever they are, just making out, and kids are just like, Mom, why are two Chuck E. Cheeses finger banging in the corner?
Mom, I have several questions about what I'm seeing right now.
First is, can I go to the ball pit?
Second of all, why can I see his ball pit?
Third of all, why does he keep saying poggers when she puts her fingers there?
Poggers!
Poggers!
God damn it. All right, so you met. What did you start out saying? You met Chuck E. Cheese, and now you wish you hadn't. Is that what you?
I said my boyfriend can literally cannot stop saying poggers.
Oh, I see. Well, I mean, has he been watching Twitch, or what's the deal?
For those that don't know, Chucky has been he's cool with queers now. That's.
How long before Chucky in that new show says poggers? And has he already?
Wait a minute. Okay, so now for everybody out there, we're transitioning to Chucky from fucking Child's Play.
I mean, same
the
thing.
Doll.
So Chucky being like pro-queer is hilarious to me. I really hope that we start doing that with like other monsters, where it's just like Michael Myers is like killing people. Oh, he killed that person. He killed that person. And then he comes across a trans person, and he like through the whole movie hasn't been talking. Then he's like, just so you know, this is 100% just because I kill people. Okay, I don't want you to get the wrong idea. Please understand, and then just goes back to killing people and doesn't say anything the rest of the movie.
And he still gets canceled anyway.
He still gets canceled.
But you see, in context, what I said, we don't care what you said. It's never okay.
You remember that scene in Nightmare on Elm Street where
Freddy says it's that vor is a completely normal fetish? Yes.
Well, there's that, but there's I was more thinking the scene where he kills the one white lady, and then her black friend says, "Why did you spare me?" And he just says, "Black lives matter," and then turns around.
God damn it!
I want it to just get ridiculous, where it's just like, you know, a graboid doesn't attack the gay bar in the country town. The graboid from Tremors is just like, that bar has seen enough harassment.
Listen, I'm a graboid, but I support grab ass. Okay.
We have to save the xenomorph queen for science. Well, no, she was Me Too'd.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
The graboid is just like, well, I don't exactly go into one of the gender boxes. You know, gender is a spectrum.
Gender is a spectrum. Blah, 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 back into the ground. But did you guys ever see... Okay, I take it neither of you have seen Scream 4.
No.
In Scream 4, they have, you know, the typical thing where they say... And this is, like, when was Scream 4... when did that come out? Because what we're talking about is on the new show, the Chucky TV show... On Sci-Fi Channel, Chucky has a sit-down with, I guess, a kid who is in love with a boy who's in love with another boy. I don't want to put them into any pigeonholes or, you know, say anything about what he is or isn't. I don't know. I haven't seen the show. But, Chucky sits down with him and has, like, a fatherly talk and is like, "Listen, kid, it's okay to be gay." Listen, I may kill people and strangle them and cut their throats open, but listen, I'm not a monster. Literally a line. I'm not a monster.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Scream 4, in 2011, Scream 4 had the thing where they had, like, updated rules, because they had, like, a new character that was giving the rules of, like, horror movies and stuff. And he said, and if you're a gay character, you'll survive, right? So there's a point in the movie, and this is what brought it back to my mind, is there's a point in the movie where Ghostface is about to stab him, and the guy shouts, "I'm gay, I'm gay!" And I keep wanting to call him Scream. Ghostface stops, and lowers the knife.
Ghostface screamer.
Yeah, Ghostface actually stops and lowers the knife. Like, he's not going to kill him. And the guy has to say it. He has to say, well, I'm not really, but Ghostface stabs him to death.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. But it just reminded me when you said, he stops and he just says, listen, this is because I kill people, not because, they actually fucking did this.
I'm suddenly reminded, and I know we've already talked about it, but I'm reminded of the epic rap battles with Hulk versus What's-Her-Face.
Hulk versus What's-Her-Face?
The point is that, Hulk needs to be in a situation about trans rights. So, okay, cool.
Yeah,
there's probably a better way of getting your message across.
The Hulk in that rap literally says it's not a gender issue.
I like the idea of dubbing over Scream. Because Scream doesn't say anything, just have them yelling poggers the entire time.
Double?
They're just machine sewing. What's that term? Yeah, they're sewing machine knifing somebody in the gut, and it's just like poggers, 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 poggers.
Okay, DP.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had some of that mocha chata, whatever the fuck. You know how you've made YouTube poops in the past, right?
I have.
I don't know if that's a secret or whatever. But
no, it's not.
Okay. I don't know if you had an alter ego or something. Please, DP, I'm putting this to you. Please make a YouTube poop where Ghostface is voiced by XQC.
Oh my god.
Somebody gets away from him.
Dude!
And he's like, dude, no, come on, man. What the fuck? He's hacking. He's hacking. Are you kidding me right now? Come on, man. What the fuck?
Speaking of XQC, my boyfriend literally cannot stop saying poggers.
Yeah. So Chucky Cheese, Chucky the Doll, Jason Voorhees, Ghostface, XQC. That's the intro. That's the cold open, folks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's the joke, folks. Hey, anybody want to talk about Dune? My boyfriend literally cannot stop saying poggers by AuthorJoJo. Y'all like JoJo's? The fried potato wedges?
I have a feeling this is that fucking anime. I'm AuthorJoJo. Okay.
Okay, sure. It started innocently enough. I was reading on the bed while my boyfriend, Charlie...
Chaplin?
Wait.
We're just going to change that to Chucky.
Yeah.
Well, okay, Chuck is short for Charlie, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So,
Charles.
Yeah. Charlie E. Cheese.
Mm-hmm. So that's what we're dealing with. A person of indeterminate age on the bed with another person that is literally just in a rat costume.
Mm-hmm. I like to think he's just the puppet. There's no hand or anything. He's just a sentient puppet with no lower half.
Well, he
playing
has
games.
to have hands. He has to have hands because otherwise, how is he going to get a thumbs up? He's a rat.
But I mean, no, there's nobody under him. There's nothing going on. It's just a sentient puppet of Chuck E. Cheese that streams video games all day.
Are we sure it's not just what are they called, Dakimuras or the big
Dakimakuras?
Documentaries.
Just a Chuck E. Cheese Dakimakura.
No. Abysmii. The Chuck E. Cheese live streams are not documentaries. It's not real.
You can't convince me otherwise.
Could we get that? One of those crane machines, and it just has the Chuck E. Cheese Dakimakura where it's all blushing, and it just has a little speech bubble that says "poggers."
Double. There we go. We found something for Double to make.
There we go. Draw Scream with his Chuck E. Cheese Dakimakura.
Yeah.
The Ghostface with his Dakimakura.
And draw Chucky from Child's Play in the corner, popping his head and going, "This is all right, everyone. It's okay to love whoever or whatever you want. It's all right. Seriously."
I was reading on the bed while my boyfriend, Charlie, was playing on the computer with his friends. I don't play many games, so it's interesting to listen to the things he says to his friends. Even if terminology goes over my head sometimes, there will be moments when I'll be...
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm trying to figure out what this here N-word means. There will be moments when I'll be focusing on something and he'll just spout off words that sound extraterrestrial. That is probably relatable to a lot of women.
Yep, because girls don't play video games, DP.
They don't.
Sure.
They don't.
Right.
I'm sure that Chelsea has that exact experience when I'm playing Siege. She's just like, I just like the moving pictures.
Chelsea has that experience when we're recording. And then the rat's giving a thumbs up. Yeah. I'm the king of Suma Beach.
Thank you, Chelsea, for not listening to the podcast. You bitch.
Oh, wow. I guess he could say anything, yeah.
Poggers.
I'll just laugh it off and continue with what I was doing. It wasn't my thing, but he enjoyed it, and it wasn't hurting anyone initially. Like I said, I had my nose between the pages reading about various armchair philosophies as Charlie raved on in the background play Call of Duty, I think. Charlie raved in background play Call of Duty.
He played for the wrong side in war. I don't get it.
It's weird. He had won a match and swiveled his chair to face me like a dog when they did a trick right.
No.
At first, what he was saying wasn't hurting anybody. Then he started saying things that were red flags, like, that was based and red-pilled.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think my boyfriend who I have sex with is an incel.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, if you think about it, if he's faithful, he's an incel to most of the Earth's population, so, you know.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
I am an incel for anyone under the age of 18.
Wait, don't put the in on there. Just say cell. The in implies involuntary.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm a vol cell.
Vol cell, yeah.
Everyone under 18.
Finally got a win tonight, he exclaimed, more for himself than for me. That's great, babe. That's great, babe, I replied, offering an admittedly false smile. That's really cool. Why don't I make chili dogs?
Sonic is dating Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes, a double.
Okay.
Oh my God! Wait a minute.
For this.
Wait a minute. Is the ship name Sucky Cheese?
Who's the top?
Poggers!
Probably Sonic because he wants to go fast.
No, Sonic is an ultra bottom. No one can
power bottom.
Sonic. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Gotta go fast, Poggers. Right,
you can totally imagine Chuck E. Cheese on top, just like blasting his load, yelling "Poggers!"
Mm-hmm. That's
I
great.
watched Chuck E. Cheese ass blast Sonic, and now I don't know what to do.
Short story 1, get on that.
That's what Chelsea and I were doing at work. Chuck E. Cheese. She was dressed up as Sonic.
She was from the GameStop next door.
Yeah.
Forbidden Love. It's like Romeo and Juliet.
I would watch that movie.
My love, both our businesses are failing.
That's going to be Kevin Smith's next movie, who's run out of ideas.
That actually, okay, I could see that being like a, maybe not, I don't know necessarily Kevin Smith, but, you know, I could see that being like an indie film is the mascots across the road from each other, spinning signs, watching each other every day, and they fall in love.
Some A24 mumblecore movie, yeah. I'd watch it.
A24 mumblecore. God damn it, I hate this world. It's just a movie that's in black and white, and it's just like, this fall, Poggers.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta go fast.
That's great, babe, I replied, offering an admittedly false smile. I was happy he was happy, but I can't say I was invested. He turned back to the computer and talking to his friends again. They were hyping each other up. Yeah. It was really cool when you got that kill. Yeah, when you got that kill, that was cool too. Right?
Yep. I heard Charlie. I heard Charlie mutter. Now that's Poggers.
No.
It was such a random.
How did he say it?
That was Poggers.
Yeah.
It was such a random word that it tickled my brain when I heard it, and I couldn't help but laugh. Charlie leaned back in his chair as if he was exhausted himself as he swiveled to face me once more. I can't believe I just said that unironically. He echoed my laughter, offering a painfully adorable smile.
Aww.
Oh my god, my honey's so adorbs. Oh my god, I like his little mouse face.
He has to go everywhere in a swivel chair because he's a puppet with no lower half.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a Silent Hill monster.
I feel like I should wash my mouth out with soap, he repeated the word a few times, making sure to let out a popping noise with his mouth with the P. So, is this referencing? This has to be directly referencing the thing.
It must, yeah.
And it like actually took off. Like this might be a troll thing that actually like got success. Poggers! We both laughed it off, and he said goodnight to his friends. It was time for me to get some quality time with him, and with my book remained on the nightstand until morning. Oh, they had SCX!
Oh my god!
Boggity
like
woggity bing bong schmoggity! Yeah, sorry again.
My boyfriend can't stop saying nonsense words while we're making out.
This actually, okay, so the thing is, this Charlie, goddammit, this Chuck E. Cheese Poggers thing actually is viral, or was viral, I don't know. So this could literally be someone who just picked up on that and, wrote this. So we'll see.
I wonder if they just take it to, like, the extreme and actually try and, like, make it scary. Maybe it's, like, one of those Too Many Cooks thing where it's just, like, a ridiculous funny thing, but they just push it so far that it gets disturbing.
Right.
In the morning, I woke up early and felt like I had gotten a really good sleep. So I was in a good mood. And when I'm in a good mood, I make breakfast.
Chili dogs.
So, okay, so do you not make breakfast most days then? Or maybe you're in a good mood most days, I don't know. I heard the stairs creak and figured the smell of bacon had lifted Charlie out of bed. He was possessed. He stumbled into the kitchen, his hair a complete mess. That smells poggers! He groggily moaned.
The best way to pronounce poggers, if you're Charlie Cheese, is to say paw, right? Like an animal's paw, and then gersh. I've just found that, because I've been saying it a lot. With mild amusement, I went to laugh. Charlie's face conveyed confusion as he stood in the kitchen. His eyes strained and mouth still slightly agape.
Knees weak.
Yeah, arms heavy. I totally
meant to... poggers already.
I totally meant to say great. He continued turning his gaze to me. God, I'm tired. He chuckled before shuffling over to help me finish up with breakfast. Okay.
He jolted upright.
And darted across the room.
And angry.
Yeah.
Are we saying that he's basically Meowth?
Well, I was trying to do the Chuck E. Cheese voice, like from the stream, but, they're basically the same, so.
Yeah. That's interesting. I realized something. The rest of the day was pretty normal. We even decided to go on a little impromptu date.
Ooh.
The best we could with the world the way it is. But when we were winding down for the night, getting ready to brush our teeth, Charlie informed me that today was poggers, babe. I politely replied if he was trying to mess with me or with it, trying to mess with me, it was going to get old fast. There we go.
He shook his head. It just kind of came out. Sorry, he said, raising the toothbrush and dragging it across his teeth. We both brushed our teeth and in unison spit into the sink. As I was wiping my mouth, I could see Charlie leaning in for a kiss. I turned my head, but when I met him face to face, a putrid smell climbed into my nostrils. It was enough to make me recoil away from him. It was like battery acid poured over rotting roast beef. Okay.
His breath is not poggers. I instinctively...
wait. I'm just realizing something now. Babe, you're a mouse.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
That's why you have to stand on the sink every time we brush our teeth.
I'm just, this is all just clicking into place for me. That's why you have a small penis.
Babe, I have a confession to make. I've been using my tail. I instinctively put my hand over my nose. Your breath is awful, I told him, which we both knew was odd. He just brushed his teeth, and it's not like he has gingivitis or anything. He went to point out as much by pointing to the sink, but stopped. Oof. I followed his cue and looked into the sink where we had spit our toothpaste out. On my side of the sink, there were a few lingering bubbles. On his side of the sink, however, still clinging to the white porcelain was a thick and frothy substance. It was a sickly yellow with streaks of red that would suggest Charlie's dental hygiene had degraded significantly in just one night. It's pizza.
It's chunky yellow blood.
Chucky yellow blood. And the name's Chucky Yellowblood. Here for
Chucky Little Yellowblood here for lingering bubbles.
Chucky,
Do you like bubbles that just kind of hang out in your sink?
Chucky Littleblood here for whoa. I'm nosy. Whoa. Stop stealing my stuff. They're robbing my store. Oh. He quickly reached over and turned the faucet on. Opening his mouth, he checked out the condition of his teeth. They looked completely fine. Okay.
It took a good bit of water for the mess he had spit out into the sink to budge at all. Eventually, with the convincing of steaming hot water, it disappeared. I went to say something to him, but he was captivated by his reflection, with his mouth moving ever so slightly, his lips quietly repeating over and over again the P sound. I told him that we should just go to bed and we'll make an appointment to see the dentist. Make sure something weird isn't going on with bacteria or something.
Huh.
Okay. I get what they mean. It's just this story so far has a lot of kind of strange ways of phrasing things.
Strange ways of phrasing things here for flaging slave Ladenbertlers.
We made our way to B.
We made our way to B from A. The end.
That is not the first time that's happened in the story. We made our way to bed and settled down for the night. With the lights turned off and the dark of a sleeping world creeping in, I closed my eyes. I don't know how long I was
beginning to imprison me, as it does every night.
God damn it.
Every night I have a panic attack.
Absolutely,
I feel like I'm in a Metallica bit. Help!
God damn it.
I don't know how long I was asleep for, but I was woken slowly by a small prodding over my shoulder. Charlie was ever so gently poking me, like a child who wants their parent to wake up on Christmas, but is afraid to make them angry.
I shuffled my body, and he drew a heart. Okay, no. I shuffled my body, still coming out of the throes of deep sleep. My body was sluggish, and the blankets felt like they weighed 30 pounds. They were heavy. My knees were weak.
I knew we shouldn't have gotten those 30-pound blankets.
God damn it. 30-pound blankets.
Not now, Kakarot. I'm trying to sleep. My training
my limiting blankets.
You can get weighted blankets, and they're very comfortable.
Yeah.
All blankets are weighted, it's just a matter of how much. As I turned over, I reached behind me to flick on the light, and the sudden brightness momentarily stunned my vision. I started wiping my eyes, and was about to ask what was wrong when a very familiar and pungent smell assaulted my senses again.
I just go into Target and I'm like, do you have any of those anti-gravity blankets?
I'd like some helium blankets, please.
Helium blankets.
Where are your unweighted blankets? All I see are just these ones right here.
Again, that is the funniest gag in the world to me, is just gaslighting minimum wage employees into thinking things exist.
God damn it.
Do you have any poggers?
Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Why? Is it because of the color of my skin? Yeah, we don't really want
God damn it.
Man in a rat costume in here.
Fuck.
It was worse this time, like he had been sitting for a while.
What if Martin Luther King had been a furry and that was his whole deal? Want people judged by the content of the suit, not the color of their fur?
I believe that we will live in a world where people of all races, all species. What? Huh?
Instead of "I have a dream," he goes up on the podium and he has the microphone and he goes, "I want a scritch."
I seen Zootopia and it opened my eyes.
God damn it! He's seen Zootopia in the 1940s or whatever the fuck it was.
Oh, come on, it's Disney. You know they just ripped something off from 50 years ago.
I have the only copy of Zootopia.
He goes up there and he's just like, I, as you can see, am a white panther, so I'm one of you guys now. Please stop discriminating against me, white brothers.
Please turn away the fire hoses. The dogs are okay, but furry Martin Luther King, everybody.
Still less insulting than Fortnite Martin Luther King parade.
Oh my
God.
Lord. I'll never get over the Rick and Morty skins just flossing. It's like, oh my Lord.
Morty, I see now. Morty, I understand.
I struggled to keep my urge to vomit subdued, this was made all the more difficult when I moved to brace my new position and felt my fingers press against the sheet. As my fingers pressed down, a hot, viscous liquid rose from the divots I had made.
Marinara sauce.
When I saw Charlie, his face had that sickly yellow shit caked onto it.
Mozzarella.
Hey, want to see my head come off?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, want to see me take a sickly yellow shit?
You want to see me rip a pogger's shit?
As I looked over the door, scratched into the metal surface, ass blasted by Disney.
He looked like an infant that had fought hard against eating his baby food. His mouth was moving, and towards your mouth is moving, and hot cake shit is coming out.
God damn it.
And words were coming out, but just barely. His voice was raspy. I could tell they were painful. His body would tremble every time he started to speak. Pogs!
Pogs! I want my pogs.
Mm-hmm.
Such a horrid sight, watching each letter accompanied by a small spittle of the disgusting liquid, and before long I could see how it was about to get worse as he kept going. Pog!
What?
Mm-hmm.
What did this mean?
I think we all heard what we heard. I could see thin trails of smoke. Wait. Wait, what? I could see thin
trails of smoke.
Yellow shit kicked on his face.
And I think
to myself,
free Martin Luther King. What?
What a totally poggers day.
God damn it. Whew. I could see thin trails of smoke lifting from inside his mouth and under his lip. Smoke. Hot pizza. Horrified, I hadn't moved my hand yet, but once the new drippings had made their way to my hand, I could feel an intense burning sensation. Charlie started to shake more violently as I finally snapped to reality. Whoops, there went gravity. Whoop, there goes Rabbit. He choked. He's so mad that he's broke and he has no money. As I finally snapped to my senses and ran to the phone.
Maybe this is just an allegory for sexually transmitted infections.
Yeah, from Call of Duty.
Intense burning sensation.
Oh, you know what he is? He's a toxic gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
This right here tells you that you should never have sex with an incel.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Maybe everyone made that decision for a reason.
Can't wincel with an incel. Abysmii, you just bit crushed yourself. What the fuck was that? You sounded like a enemy from an NES game getting killed. It's like
I'm running incel.exe, sorry.
Incel.exe is a program no one opens. Sorry. Pit crush motherfucker. So who's it now?
Your turn.
Me? Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
I just read Thin Trails of Smoke. I just read
believe you.
that. What the fuck?
Okay. Dialing 911 as fast
Don't
as
you
I could.
okay me, motherfucker. It's your turn.
Okay, boomer.
Don't you gaslight me. Don't you asslight me. Asslighting is when you try to convince someone else they farted. No, that was you, Ben. Sorry.
Dialing 911 as fast as possible. I heard Charlie behind me beginning to shout, "Poggers! Poggers!" over and over again. I could just imagine the molten ooze spewing out of his mouth like Yellowstone, but as he attempted to clear his throat to the best of his ability, to clear the mouth of the heat, I didn't know what even to say to the operator, so I told the lady there were severe burns and troubling breathing.
I'm just reminded of the pizza that eats you.
Mm-hmm. The poggers that eat you.
Mm. Keeping the phone off the hook as the operator confirmed that an ambulance was on the way, I made my way back to Charlie. It was so much worse than I first saw. The blankets on the bed where he was facing away from me were soaked. The liquid had saturated the sheets and bed to the point that they were dripping onto the hard wood. Plumes of smoke from the hardwood threatening to bore right through the floor, but it wasn't my biggest concern.
Abysmii is starting to contract it.
Oh, God.
Abysmii, how would you describe this story?
It's pretty... Okay.
It's pretty. That's what he said to a Paprika when he first met her. You're pretty!
I was really drunk, so I may have said something like that for all I know. I couldn't help but picture Charlie.
he just stumbles up to her. It's just like, "Hey, are you racist against Mexicans?" And she's like, "Totally." And she just has kept it up this entire time.
She just was like, "I could be, baby doll."
I'm whatever you want to be. I couldn't help but picture Charlie laying there all night, saying that stupid word over and over, suffering but not wanting to disturb me. He looked so weak. I don't know what the fluid was, but it was taking all the nutrients Charlie needed to function with it. My nutrients.
God damn it. The whites of his eyes were beginning to stain yellow like a smoker's walls, and his skin was so visibly dry I thought he was going to start molding. Okay, so it confirmed he's not a mouse, at least. He barely recognized the man I knew. Should be I barely.
He's looking in a mirror. I don't know who you are anymore.
Dude, you don't look
sure glad that I'm out here and that he's in there and that the sheriff's in the fursuit. And I just remembered, I'm Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of lame that he's not turning into a mouse. I would have
rather
have that happen.
God damn it, I keep reading it wrong. Or reading it right, but it's wrong. I barely recognized the man I knew as he rose from the bed, shambling to his feet. He darted into the corner. It looked like some cheesy zombie flick with a small budget, but seeing it in person happening to someone I loved was so painful and scary. No sleep. I'm scared. No sleep. I'm scared. The narrator of the story is feeling fear. This is a horror story. Don't delete it.
Oh yeah, you know they put that in there to get past the initial ban.
Yeah, they will ban you or not ban you. They'll delete the story if they don't think your narrator is scared enough. These fucking idiots.
Slime, I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
I don't take issue with the narrator saying I was scared and this was painful.
Not at all.
Because normally I do. I know what you're talking about. Where it's like, hey, you need to be scared too, right? But this story is actually building it up of just like this horrifying thing is happening to me, and we're taking a sensible precaution of like calling 911, like, oh, that's not good, 911, blah, 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 doing all of this stuff. That is grounding it for me. And so I think them saying like, hey, oh, and by the way, I was terrified is perfectly fine in this.
The thing is...
Well, it's weird because she already said this was a horrifying scene, implying that she is scared of what's happening in front of her. Yeah, but it was already done once, but it's not so explicit.
You can't imply it. You have to directly say it, because the point being, the no-sleep moderators will delete your story if they don't believe your narrator is scared. Like, literally, that is something they will do as a rule.
It's real stupid.
So you have to make it very, very clear to the idiots running the subreddit. I was scared.
Speaking of which, we were recently talking about no sleep rules, and I think I did a word count, and the guidelines for what is and is not allowed is over 4,000 words long.
It's over 4,000!
That's how many rules there are to submit something to no sleep.
Yeah.
It's, and
even then, not all of it is written there, and they'll just do something arbitrary anyway.
True.
Anyway.
I think that what you're saying is very true, but I don't think that that's the point of this. I think that the author is just writing this in a believable way, because, if this isn't written in a purple prosy way, this is written in a very down-to-earth, this actually happened to me sort of way. Like, this story is really following the ethos of No Sleep rather than what the guidelines have become.
Right. It's just a nitpick with the rules, where it's like,
our issue is with the rules, not with this story.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that this story actually, for taking such a ridiculous premise, I think it is just like pushing this premise as far as it can possibly go. It's really impressive to see.
I mean, it's not my favorite thing of the week, but it's a solid story so far. Like,
it's got a
little grammar things.
Yeah, the grammar is kind of garbage, but there's a lot of cool things going for the story.
What is the only thing No Sleep has going for it, other as opposed to any other thing, and that's immersion. The forced immersion, so on and so forth. So when I read a story and it says, I was scared or this was scary, I'm reminded of the rules, which breaks immersion. Good work, mods.
Yeah, if we were reading this outside of No Sleep, I wouldn't have brought that up at all. but we are. And I was like, oh, well, that's them putting that in so this doesn't get rejected upon submission.
It's possible is the thing. You know, as Dead Pallet has pointed out, it's not a problem with the story. It's just like, it's that thought of, boy, it's possible that they put that in, you know, because of this or whatever. Just to make sure that some a-hole doesn't delete it, you know?
Yeah.
What I think is really enjoyable about No Sleep is that they can push concepts like this that are kind of inherently like troll pastas, but if they follow the rules, you can get away with murder.
Yeah.
You really can.
Or if you're somebody they like.
Or if you're some... But nobody who they like is running jokes on them. Like, this is, like, legitimately... It's not a troll pasta in the way that it's written, but the premise is a fucking joke.
Yeah.
It's such a clear joke.
I can't stop saying poggers, that type of thing.
I like that. And that's how Double has gotten away with so many troll pastas for so long, because he just follows the rules, and so they can't do anything about it.
They don't even know it's a troll pasta because none of them.
They don't get it.
They read like the first paragraph.
So I started to worry. Listen, when I signed up to No Sleep, I didn't realize I would have to be reading stories.
Yeah, exactly.
I started to worry about my safety as he got closer to me. The same yellow substance dropping from his slack jaw. His eyes were so different.
One was large, one was small.
He's just, every time he says poggers, one of them gets like way bigger than the other. I felt as though he couldn't even see me. He was just heading towards something. Poggers! A whisper came from his mouth, well-formed letters, unfettered by the sob dwelling in his mouth.
It should be slop, but it's slob, or slobber, one of those.
Yeah, I guess slobber, yeah.
The voice was ethereal. It didn't even sound like Charlie anymore.
He had ascended.
Poggers.
Why is it Freddie Mercury?
We are totally poggers, my friends.
Mama was poggers today.
Pogger bottom girls, you make the rockin' world go round.
That makes me realize I want to see XQC perform songs by Queen.
Bruh, dude, you give me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. I thank you all, man.
Jesus. Before Charlie closed,
I want to ride my pog cycle.
God damn it.
Sorry,
Stop giving the internet ideas.
Double draw Pog Man, but it's XQC as a fucking shitty Batman. And he's just like ramping off a roof on a bike. Pog Man, are you here to stop the bank robbery? No, I'm here to do this, man. Watch. It's Pog. Sorry again.
Before Charlie closed in, I saw the sanctity of blue and red lights flashing beyond our bedroom window. Quickly, I ran to the front door, letting paramedics in and trying to explain to them what was going on as we headed back up the stairs. Charlie looked so weak, but it took the three of them to subdue him as he fought back, his grotesque saliva burning holes in their clothing, though I don't think they noticed.
They didn't notice, huh? Is it all in the narrator's head? They made it apparent that I wasn't allowed to go with him as they loaded him into the back of the ambulance. As they drove away, leaving me to my own devices, my eye devices, I could see one of the paramedics pressing a needle into Charlie's neck. And that was that. And that was that, comma, should be there, he was gone. I was left standing there all alone in the darkness imprisoning me. Eventually, I made it back upstairs and started cleaning up the mess.
Darkness imprisoning me. Eventually, I made it back upstairs.
God damn it. I cannot clean. I cannot mess. And started cleaning up the mess. Luckily, the piles of bile? Piles of bile here.
Piles of vials here
for piles of bile.
Piles of vials here for vile piles.
Yeah. It's the vile driver. Look out.
God damn it. Luckily, the piles of bile no longer burned on contact, though the texture was still enough to make me wince. I didn't think there was a point washing anything, so I just pulled the bed with its covers out into the alleyways. Yeah, sensible. And rested them against the garage. Yeah.
I didn't sleep that night. So, which is, and then I just called up and ordered a purple mattress, which is today's sponsor of the Fearfic Podcast. If you want a mattress, sped up to your bed in a roll.
Is purple mattress?
Sorry, again.
Oh, no.
I didn't sleep that night. Was so out of it. This story just occasionally does Russian grammar and is killing me.
Sorry. Is purple mattress purple guy? Is purple guy a mattress?
God damn it. Do I sleep on purple guy every night?
I'm surprised MatPat hasn't genuinely done that as an ad at some point.
God damn it. Maybe he has.
Probably has.
So, what's so out of it, I almost didn't hear the phone ringing. Someone from the hospital telling me I could visit. I was there in no time. Why didn't you, follow them to the hospital?
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah.
Had to get rid of the mattress.
That's the question of the day.
Why is Slimebeast making this voice?
Because I was yawning. I like the idea of the idea of a PBS Kids show where there's a character, just a really boring show where a guy's looking at the camera and he's going, "Hey kids, so I got a question today. What do you like to have for breakfast?" And he just stares at the camera. "I just realized I can't hear you guys."
It's an Adult Swim show.
Yeah, I was about to say is that show parent?
Look at what. Let's see. What have I got in my pockets? You like change? Wow! Look at that. Let's count the quarters. One.
Fucking public access.
I got a toothpick, but that's been used, so you don't want that.
No, I take it back. This is just Don Joe trying to do public access.
God damn it.
This is 30. It's like a 30-minute show near the end of it, and it's just been him being boring the entire time. And near the end of it, he's like, "Well, I'm gonna go take a shit anyway. See you guys." That's the entire time, just at the very end.
That's my stand-up. Bye.
I think that it should be really boring for 30 minutes, right? And within the last few seconds, a motorcycle crashes through the wall of the set, and there's a robot cowboy on it, and he says, "I finally found you." And the guy goes, "Oh no, it's my arch enemy." And he takes out a shotgun and stands up, and it ends. That's it. "Oh no, it's my arch rival, Cowbot." And go to credits.
That, 100%, I think Adult Swim would greenlight that. Just as a one-off special, but yeah.
Sci-fi, hit me up. I can get 12 episodes out of that shit.
That's the infomercial I wish I could see on a night, whatever.
It's the end of a Marvel movie, and the after credit scene is just a guy shows up in front of the camera. "Oh, hi guys.
I'm not really part of the Avengers, but I'm here."
Wow. And then afterwards, you just go on YouTube. It's like, who is that sleepy guy at the end of the Marvel?
There's no information.
There's no information. They don't show it at every movie theater. They just pick 2 theaters and 2 showings to show it at. And people are like, "The fuck are you talking about?"
They show it at literally one theater full of influencers one time, and that's it. Hey guys, just saw that. What do you think that's about at the end? What?
What are you talking about?
Oh shit.
That's what influencers deserve. Nothing.
Yep.
While looking at Charlie, who was still pretty heavily sedated but conscious, I asked the doctor if Charlie had said anything yet. The doctor said it would be difficult for Charlie to speak, as he had chewed through his tongue during his night there.
Damn.
Just gonna finish this. Looking at my board.
Oh wow! Wait! Shakespearean production coming up. Holy shit! Abysmii needs a moment. Needs to clear his throat. Fucking Jesus Christ! Okay, go with your iambic pentameter, Abysmii. You college-educated fuck.
Is that an insult? You went to college, shithead.
Your mother went to college. Is that what I'm supposed to say?
I don't know. Looking at my boyfriend, I could see that even under sedation, his jaw was moving up and down, his lips pursed and contorted as if trying to speak. However, with the drugs and the lack of a tongue, all that came out of his mouth were small whistles of air.
I like that image, though, of his lips are not moving very effectively, but his jaw is moving, so he's kind of like an animatronic puppet, like the old Chuck E. Cheese.
Mm-hmm.
The trolling level of this story is off the charts.
As I stared at Charlie, I heard something behind me, a commotion caused by another person being rushed into the ER. Turning around, I saw one of the paramedics that had helped get Charlie into the ambulance rushing down the hall. So many people were talking at once, and I'm sure I must have been the only one to hear it. The ambulance driver is speaking low under the mutter of voices and the chaos of chirping machinery. This is not poggers. Oh no, it's spreading.
It's a pog break, an outbreak of poggers? No, it's a
Pogdemic.
Epogdemic, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I disagree with the decision to have it be not poggers. I would have them say, this is poggers.
Yeah. This is poggers!
This is America.
The poggers.
And then all the people in the comments are all saying poggers.
This is poggers.
Everyone keeps saying this is poggers. I guess, yeah.
It's pretty pog.
Yeah, 15 minutes into the half-hour show, the guy's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm trying to get this phrase to go viral. It's totally schmiggity, okay? So say that once in a while." Never mentions it again throughout the whole show. It's like,
I think we need to make this.
His hands are in his pockets, and then like he pulls them out when he says, "Yeah, it's really schmiggity." He like waves his thumbs at his hips. He's like, "Totally schmiggity."
damn it.
We need to make this. It'd be so easy.
Yeah, do it. You're the guy with the thing. Do it.
Yeah, I'm the guy with the thing.
Yeah. Sit there in front of your sense, you know.
Welcome to a guy with a thing. Today's thing. I forgot to bring a thing. I don't have a thing today.
No, dude, yeah, like partway into the show, I already did something halfway, but partway into the show, he says, "Now it's time for the daily thing," and he takes out this
that fucking like graphic show up of getting ready for the daily.
Yes, but it's really boring. It just appears on screen and disappears. There's no animation or anything like that. It's daily thing, Pon. Takes out a box, right? There's a box under his chair. He leans over and he goes, just grunts as he pulls this box out, opens it up, and he's like, "Oh, I forgot to bring a thing today." Puts it back.
We just need to. We could just sell this to Joel Haver. He could make it.
All right.
You guys know how to start a lawnmower?
My lawn's out of control.
If you know how to start a lawnmower, come to 7862 such and such street. It comes up like a write-in thing on the screen, except it's to come start his lawnmower.
Write down the instructions and mail them to P.O. Box 775.
Okay, if you know how to start a lawnmower, please write out the instructions in as much detail as possible and send them to 482 West Haverbrook Street. And yeah, that's where my sister lives, and she'll get up with me at some point and hand those over to me. Like, what? She's out of town right now, but she's with our grandpa who's very sick.
This is just like a lost media thing, and like people investigate it, and it's just like, oh, it's like this creepy guy, and he's like asking kids to come over to his house to help him start a lawnmower, and then like somebody actually goes to his house, and he's like, "Oh, thank God, I couldn't get the lawnmower started."
There's 5 lawnmowers out on the lawn in all different positions. You can't figure out. He keeps buying them. Like, I can't start this one either.
Yeah, so like I pull it, and it just it makes some noise, but then it doesn't. Yeah. And then they just explain. Well, see, sometimes you got to pull it multiple times, and he's like, "Oh, that's not intuitive."
No, you got to pull it like 5 times. Okay, so dude, you got to pull the cord like 5 times. Yeah, I've done that. You tried it? Yeah, across the past 5 days, I've pulled it once a day. No, 5 times in a row.
Is there any gas in the tank?
What?
Oh. He's just got 5 lawnmowers out there, and like it's a gang of kids like investigating this. Of like, do we find this weird, creepy guy?
It's again a PBS show. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, like the idea of just like, oh, what if there's like a dark side to this, and they try and like inject that into it, and he's just like a normal guy, and then they just like get the lawn. He's like, "You guys want to help me lawn mow? Because I have 5 of them."
Yeah.
And then they all just help him pitch in and we can get the lawn mowed.
Hey, do you happen to have any gas in this lawnmower? Oh, you know what? gasoline was the thing of the day 3 days ago. Oh, well, just go get that. No, I get rid of the thing of the day after the day's over, because it's not the daily thing anymore. What? God damn it. Anyway.
I love this character.
Yeah, me too.
And all of our
we haven't
audience,
given him a name, and we shouldn't.
If the funny thing is, nobody in our audience gives a crap.
No, they love it.
Nobody gives a crap.
No, they love it, though.
No,
I don't know what you're talking about. No, they all love it.
Nope.
Shut up. I'm aware of what you're doing.
Nobody gives a crap.
Nobody gives a crap.
So that was. So we just read the first short story. So that was short story 1. What's our next one?
Welcome to the Fear Fiction Podcast, where we read every short story 1 story.
Yep.
Not possible. Not possible.
Not poggers.
Way too many.
The short story 1 stories are the black spines of the Fear Fiction Podcast.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
For anybody who's concerned, black spine is a term for a video cassette that doesn't have a label on it. Okay.
Nobody gives a crap, Slimebeast.
Oh, that's true.
I've been murdering people, and nobody gives a crap, and it's truly stunned me.
Okay, DP, but start reading the story.
3 months ago, I murdered a man for no reason, but more for the experience of murdering someone. When I went outside and told someone, and the strange man didn't care at all, and I just kept wandering to his job, which he liked.
Wow, this is really okay, DP.
Wandering.
You've been throwing your arms all out of this roller coaster, dude.
Which kept wandering to his job, which he likely hates. Okay. That's what his body language told me. Then I went up to a woman and I excitedly told her that I murdered someone, and she didn't give a crap as well. And I just carried on to her friend on the phone about some useless crap that I have no care for.
Then I went up to a bunch of firemen, and I told all of them that I murdered someone, and they also didn't care. I couldn't believe it, and I had no idea what to do. Up to now, nobody cared that I murdered someone, and I even went on social media and wrote posts about how I had murdered someone, and even gave pictures of the dead body. There was no interest, and my post got no attraction, and I was becoming really frustrated at this point. I went back to the building where I had murdered someone, and the dead body was mocking me and singing, "Nobody cares, nobody cares."
I love that. Short story 1 is fucking epic, dude. He's poggers.
And I just ran out and I punched a wall at the same time. Fuck yes.
fucking dead body.
I hate you.
You know that meme of like the person looking at a piece of media and like the straightforward line is supposed to be something that's serious, but people have just made it a joke, and then the thing that's going over their heads is something that's
right, yeah,
ridiculous. So like there's one that's just like American Psycho is about how how unfettered power is a problem in society and blah blah blah, and the thing that's going over his head is just like become the American Psycho.
Right.
I have not seen this meme.
Oh, really? Okay, so I will say that the idea of just taking American Psycho and truncating it down and making it like somewhat comedic is amazing.
Yeah.
I then went up to a couple of police officers and I shouted at them about how I had killed someone and where the body was. I was astounded how they didn't care at all. Boy, ACAB, am I right? All cops are boring.
Boring.
I then went up to the parents that gave birth to the person I had killed, and their reaction actually disgusted me. When I told them all, they replied, wait, no. When I told them, should be there. All they replied
Jesus
with,
Christ, learn to read.
God damn it.
Yeah, learn to read punctuation that isn't there. When I told them, all they replied with was, oh, everyone dies, and then they smiled. Everyone dies, don't worry about it. They were
This is America.
This is America. The parents are just two childish Gambinos dancing with their shirts off.
This is America. Nobody give a crap.
Goddamn. They were supposed to be parents towards the person I had killed, and I was disgusted at them. I went back to the building where my dead body was, and people walked past it without a care in the world. They're just walking through the building. I love it.
It's like kind of like They Live or something.
Yeah, he doesn't live.
Yeah.
I told the guy, it's the sequel to They Live, He Doesn't Live. It's just Roddy Piper laying there. God damn. Ouch.
He is dead.
Yeah. He died at the end of the movie, folks, for anybody who thinks that's really important. I told the guy he had killed...
No, but I mean, he's also dead in real life.
Yeah. I told the guy... Wait. I told the guy I had killed that his parents didn't have much of an emotional reaction toward his death, and the dead body spoke back. Are you starting to feel sorry for me? And I just walked away. DP, you want the last one?
Nobody gives a crap.
There you go.
Yay.
Top comment, bro, this is kind of weird.
I think he's the ghost of himself after he committed suicide.
That could be.
You're just living in NYC.
You're living in NYC, yeah, exactly.
This is America. Nobody gives a crap. Nobody gives a crap.
If the parents hadn't responded with, oh, everyone dies and smiled, then I would be like, well, maybe he is the ghost of the dead guy.
Yeah.
But the parents replied, so.
Well, unless they didn't care about their kid.
Yeah, but they would hear, I guess the ghost is contacting them, and then they,
Yeah.
Well, depends on the kid, doesn't it?
Would two parents using a Ouija board to talk to their dead kid to tell them they don't care? Richie, come back to us. He's here. Okay, Richie, fuck you. You're a bad son. We hate you, and we're glad you're gone.
I'm glad you're dead. I'm using your college fund to buy a boat.
I'm glad you got killed under that lawnmower.
We turned your bedroom into a Ouija board room.
Just to make fun of you for being
I'm gonna torment your ass until I'm dead. And then when I'm dead, I'm gonna do it in the afterlife.
Oh, God.
This really is good social commentary.
Yep.
This has been the Fear Fiction Podcast. Your hosts are Abysmii, Dead Palette, and Slimebeast. Music by Abysmii. Art by C.F. Comer. Voiceover by Atticus Jackson. Edited by Elias the Intern. Subscribe to Fearfic on YouTube to stay up to date on new episodes.
Hey, Ritual Heads. Alan Ritual here with another ritual for you to do. I know a lot of people requested this one. It can be tricky. The holders. This is a guide to all holders type rituals. Because they're so hard, I'm going to show you a hack I learned. This is an Alan Ritual exclusive hack, so stay tuned. Oh, like the video if you want them to come together, and comment to tell me what you're holding. So, first thing you're going to need is an insane asylum or a mental halfway house. Then just go up to the front desk.
Can I help you?
I'm looking for the holder of Ligma. Okay, so that hack breaks the ritual and just sends you to this white, echoey room with all the objects you can hold. Make sure you don't take them all, because just don't take them all. These objects don't do much, but they're really kind of boring when you just see them all. They don't, but you can do this hack. This hack can get you out of any insane asylum bad friends put you in. Just do the ritual hack and say Ligma balls. And now you're outside, and you're not limited to 20 minutes of tablet time. And you can get Baja Blast from Taco Bell again. You can do Minecraft and YouTube. It's a good hack. Oh, please check out my other rituals for things that you can do.
Have I recommended Thundercat yet?
Thundercats?
No,
Thundercats are on the loose. Thundercats have tails.
Oh, they got the juice.
Thundercat
is a how to describe this? R&B, electronica, funk musician, but I'm pretty sure he's like my age. Mixed in
so
with
he sucks.
like Toonami and Adult Swim and just makes a lot of really fucking good songs. Go check out Thundercat. He's one of the few artists I've actually watched onto in the past fucking year. So go check that out. Really good artist.
Yeah, Abysmii linked a Thundercat video or track or whatever the fuck in the Skype chat, and I watched it all the way through. Like, okay, where's the horror element of this? I don't understand what ARG horror? Is this? I don't understand.
It's just a song about him in Tokyo and how he's a weeb and he doesn't fit in Tokyo because weebs are weird even in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Weebs are weird even in Tokyo. Fear Fiction show.
If that's not on the end of the right episode, that makes no sense.
No, I don't care.
Doesn't matter.